vaccine has been secured.
Jayson Tatum feels disrespected and who's pissed off.
And Tatum is hurt.
Jayson Tatum has suffered a ruptured right Achilles.
When can he look like the Jayson Tatum that we've been seeing all of these years?
Jayson Tatum, he led the Celtics in points, in rebounds, and assists last season, and he was averaging 25, 10, and 5 in the playoffs before suffering that Achilles injury. In 2025, he was the third time he averaged 25, 10, and 5 in the playoffs. He passed Larry Bird for the most in Celtics history. Joining us right now is Celtics star Jayson Tatum. Jayson, it is so great to see you. I wanted to start with your Achilles rehab. We just saw a little bit of what happened a couple of months ago. Actually, you reminded us this morning on First Take that it's been 19 weeks since your injury. Is that right?
Yeah, every Tuesday is a week. So today would be 19 weeks post-surgery. 19
weeks post-surgery. And you mentioned that there's been ups and downs. Can you be specific? What are you able to do right now? What does the rehab look like?
It's been a gradual transition. I would say right now the period I'm in is getting pretty much back to like ramping up basketball workouts. Yesterday I had my first on-court basketball workout for about 15 to 20 minutes, and it just felt really natural. And it was like a sigh of relief to be back on the court again.
Yeah, that must have felt like a breath of fresh air. I was reading earlier today a story in People magazine that you had talked to people for, and you were mentioning that you were with your son, Deuce, and watching highlights, and you turned to him and said, do you ever think I'm going to get back to that point again? What did Deuce say to you in that moment, and how full circle was it to be back on the court?
Yeah, Deuce is in second grade now, so he's reached the iPad status, and all his friends at school watch basketball highlights. So we were on the couch, and he was watching my highlights from like high school and college, and he was like, Daddy, look when you did this. I was like, yo, Deuce, you think Daddy ever be able to do that again? And in an innocent way, he looked at me, he was like, of course. And, you know, I needed that in that moment.
Yeah, that's what sons are for, right? That's the absolute right answer, Deuce. What's the next benchmark for you? If you were back on the court now, what's the next rehab hurdle for you to clear?
Just to keep gradually increasing, you know, ramping up. It's been a long journey, right? And I always kind of reflect on, you know, surgery, and then you get your stitches out, and then you get your boot, and then at 4 weeks you're 50% weight bearing. You know, part of the reason I'm here is to announce my partnership with Vertex Pharmaceuticals. There was a period where at 4 weeks I was introducing new things, and you know, I was starting to feel some discomfort and some pain, and that's when I had a conversation with my doctor, and we went through my medical history, and that's when he prescribed me Journavx, which is a non-opioid medicine for severe to moderate to severe acute pain. And you know, like anything, it has side effects, but that's why you talk to your doctor. And through that time, you know, I took it, and it relieved the pain that I had, and it really just kind of gave me a clear mind and to be confident during that time going into rehab, you know, to attack whatever we were trying to do at that period.
I did love, Jayson, that you have been very clear, especially today, as all of us have been saying, well, you're out for this season, this, that, and the other. That's not the way you're looking at this, right?
I keep emphasizing the most important thing is making a full recovery, being 100% before I step back on the floor. I'm working towards something, and like I said, I'm not rehabbing 6 days a week for no reason. So you know, we'll see.
At this position, when we're going into the playoffs, I'm going to make this push as long as my body's ready. Is there something in your mind that you're going to say, yep, this is, I have a goal right now?
Absolutely. Myself, my trainer, my close friends, my mom. I told them a while ago, like I put a date on the calendar of when I will be 100% ready and able to play. Whenever that date is, it will be a home game in front of the fans in TD Garden. That is something that I have, you know, dreamed about and envisioned.
Let's talk about the Celtics roster. The Celtics roster that's going to be playing in TD Garden, because it's experienced a little bit of turnover this offseason. You lost some key pieces to the 2024 title team. What role have you played in being a part of the vision, and what can you say about the roster construction currently, the team you're coming back to eventually?
Yeah, I'm super excited about the team that we have. Obviously, throughout this business, throughout the NBA, there's always going to be change. You won't be able to keep the same team forever. But now it's a new chapter, it's a new journey, and I couldn't be more excited about the team that we have.
There's some people who have suggested, Jayson, that, maybe the Celtics this year take a little step back, get a better lottery positioning, all of that sort of thing. Knowing Joe Mazzulla, that's not necessarily how he's wired. You're already shaking your head. That's not how this team is thinking, is it?
No, it's not even just a Joe thing. It's the way our organization is ran. It's the culture that we've set, it's the standard that we have, regardless of who's on our team, that we have to go out there every single night and play to that standard. And that's, the Boston Celtics way, and that's compete for championship.
I want to talk about Jaylen Brown. What are you expecting from him? What conversations have you guys had? You've been partners for a very long time, and he's going to have to carry the mantle for a little bit without you.
No, absolutely. It's, understanding JB's All-NBA player, Finals MVP, he's won a championship, right? He's one of the most talented guys in the NBA. It's just really being that guy for, a while and understanding that, he's been in this position before. Throughout the season, there's times where guys are out or whatever, and you just have a bigger role throughout the season. Now it's going to be from the beginning. And like I said, between JB and the rest of those guys, that everybody's going to have, a larger role, and fingerprints going to be more in the game. But this is what they're built for.
Yeah.
These guys are champions.
This did tickle me a little bit. Did you see Jaylen Brown? He was streaming live over the past weekend, and he was asked if he had one person to call for $100,000, who it would be. Just for viewers who haven't seen it, check it out.
Call Peyton real quick, see if he answers. I think Peyton gonna answer. He ain't answering game. Crazy. Let me see D-White. Let me call D-White. Down 0 for 2, gang. I just worked out with Nimi. Nimi better pick up. Damn. From Nimi, 0 for 3. I'll smash Jordan in the back of the head. Chat, we 0 for 4, gang. This is my last one. This is my last line. JC didn't block me. 0 for 5. What is going on? Called 5 teammates and nobody picked up, but I forgot I changed my number.
He just changed his number?
So I saw that the next day, and it's like, ironically, I had my phone in my hand, and I seen this, unfamiliar number come across my phone. I'm like, yo, who is calling me? In typical JB fashion, to call his teammates but not tell us that he had a new phone number and expect us to answer.
We had one of our teammates at NBA Today recently changed their phone number and made sure to text all of us, hey, this is my new number, lock it. Would he answer your FaceTime call right now? If you were to FaceTime him, would he pick up?
I like to think so.
You want to is your phone in your pocket? We're going to give it a try.
So my phone is downstairs. I don't have it.
I think Kendrick Perkins would answer our FaceTime if we called it right now. I really appreciate the time, Jayson. Thank you so very much. I wish you the best of luck in your continued